finish line doesn't exist.
Hi everyone, this is me Racing Wolf, and yes, you on my YouTube channel. If you're new, thanks a lot for visiting this channel. Don't forget to like this video if you like it, of course, and if you want to see the more videos, just subscribe to this channel. If you're regular, if you already subscribed, thanks a lot for coming back. Thanks a lot for supporting my channel and motivating me doing new videos like this one, where today I am at the branch hatch. No, nothing happening here, no events, no BTCC or anything like this. It's just a practice day, truck day, and I decided to pop up here and film some information for my project, which is called My Path. And I can see that here there is a lot of teams. I can see even one of the championships which I know already, Focus Cup. Also I can see some teams with the sponsors, and I'm not sure what type of championship they're doing, but we will find out it. And also I still want to speak a little bit about sponsorship and how to get it, how it's important in the motorsport. Can you do it by yourself? Yes, we had a great motorsport sponsorship summit done by Next Level. Tom Oliphant is the founder of Next Level, and yeah, it was amazing event, was amazing summit. I leave the link in the description down below. And now, yeah, let's go and find out information, and let's ask a little bit about their cars and about their championships. And of course the main thing is to find out as much information as possible about sponsors, because to race we need sponsors. Yeah, we have lots of different cars here, like you see. This Mitsubishi Evolution is a 5. Yeah, it's an Evolution 5. I think this one made for the Time Attack. Right, we have a Honda. This is Honda, I think, which one used to be in BTCC. Also we have a Caterham 7. We have a Ford Fiesta. Yeah, we have here cars like this BMW M3 or 330. I think this is M3. Ford Focus. Rob. Yes, Rob. Yeah. Right. So we finished. Yeah, you said that this season you had 20 drivers.
No, this season we actually kept it to 12.
Oh, to 12.
So, yeah, to 12. So obviously we had a number of cars in reserve. So if there was, to be fair to the drivers, make sure that everything, they got to drive. If we sort of filled the cars up and had to rely on just fixing them. First season we was looking to make sure that we was fair to the drivers as well as everything else, and we knew that anything new you're going to have an issue or two, so that's where we decided to do it this year.
Was lots of issues, or everything was smooth?
No, we had a couple of little gremlins. We had a little heat issue, we had a couple of pipe issues, just general bits and pieces. We had a turbo issue, which was a manufacturing problem, so once we changed them out, that sort of went away.
So you took the manufacturer's turbos away and you swap it to your own?
We went from one guy, which was actually, or one company which was supplying us with the units, and then we now use Owens, which are a more reputable company. And yeah, we don't have the issues we were having before. It's like anything, you learn as you go along what you need to do to make everything work. And I've been racing for many years, so I wanted to be fair to the drivers. That's why we kept it to a smaller number of drivers, more number of cars. So if there is issues, we was fair to the driver. We'd take them out of that car, place them in another one, deal with it, move on.
And this was only your cars on the grid. You wasn't mixed with someone else.
No,
Only yours.
we set our own championship up, so it's all our cars on one grid. And basically, it's an arrive and drive series.
Yeah, yeah.
We take care of everything. So instead of most people that would go racing, they'd pay their entry, then they'd pay this, they'd pay that, and it would all come together. What we do is say, one-stop shop. We do your testing, your race day, the preparation, we staff it. So basically they turn up with their helmet and their licence, we will do the rest.
Nice.
So it's taking all the aggravation out of going racing, really.
And it's a 2 days event.
We test on the Fridays.
Yeah.
We made sure we kept it to a Saturday race only, so then people don't lose the weekends, because it's just because I've been around for a long while, people say, I'll be away all weekends. If we do everything on one day, they've still got the a day in the weekend to do whatever they need to do.
So you do on a Friday?
We test on the Friday, we race on the Saturday.
Brilliant.
So it
Brilliant.
was,
and what is the race format?
We've got a 15-minute qualifier and two 15-minute races.
15, 15,
Yes.
15. Perfect. So sounds really nice. Really nice.
So this year we was here and we raced the GP on the Saturday, and it was the only double header we did, and we was here on the Sunday because it was a Ford weekend. And MSV wanted us to be here, so obviously that's why we've done that. Next year we're going to be probably main stage for the weekend, so obviously it's both days are going to be on the Indy, but obviously it's another Ford weekend. We'll be a stronger grid, and Jonathan Palmer's come and found us a couple of times and said, no, that's where you go. We'll make sure that we put you in the middle of it all.
Wow.
So
when is the race number one? It's here at the Brands Hatch?
No, I haven't got the calendar in my head at the moment because it's now come out. The first one goes to Donington. It's all on the website. So obviously it's focuscup.co.uk.
Yeah.
All the information's there.
And you know what, I have a main question, because you arrive and drive type of championship, yeah? Can you tell me, if I want to, let's say I want to find someone who will sponsor me in this type of racing, what I can say to my sponsors, like what is, I can give them maybe kind of advertising of their brand or something like this?
Well, what we've actually done, because we've tried to do things a little bit different with this series. So obviously the driver doesn't get one car throughout the season.
Different cars.
You pull two balls out of the box, and then you have a choice of what car is in the fleet that you want to drive.
Clever.
We've designed the seat frame, so once the seat is actually in the position for the driver, it then gets unbolted from the floor of the car, goes into the next one, so it's actually in the same position, but that's easily changed from car to car. Now, what we've done, all the liveries of the cars that we got are the guys which helps us put this together. We've got a Powermax which supplies a lot of cleaner bits and pieces. IST suspension, we've got an AST car because they do the suspension. They gave us favourable rates when we was building the car. Safety devices, the roll cages, corbos, the seats. So all these people, our little thank you back to them was to actually have a liveried car out on the circuit. So obviously that's why we've got a full grid of marvellous looking cars. But what we've done, we've left a small portion of each liveried car. So if somebody wants to put their own sticker on the car they're driving, there we go. You put it on at the end of that meeting. You put it off, put it on another car.
Sounds nice.
So we've tried to cover all bases.
And during your races, do you have anything like YouTube coverage or anything like a coverage on the media?
Each car, we carry all data. So we've got cameras and data in the car. We can actually coach as well. We normally we have a driver coach on board. Yeah. So obviously we can educate the guys which need a little bit more input, and that's how we try and help them along and stuff like that. And the guys are actually putting all this information out there on their own stuff
on their social media.
Yeah. So obviously and obviously we've got our own platform that we put stuff out on. So that's more of an informational based. But obviously if you look around and link with this, you'll find the drivers putting their videos out.
Nice.
So obviously we share data, and everybody could use it as they want.
Good one. Thank you very much for all this information. Yeah, I definitely gonna visit this year and make like a small video about you guys, if you don't mind.
Please, you feel welcome. It's like when we set ourselves up in our own little camp. So obviously, if you want to come and have a look at the cars
I
like
definitely
that,
want. I definitely want. And you know what? Last year I really was thinking about you to do some kind of testing there, arrive and drive. So I'll contact you about this, and maybe we can arrange something
You
as well.
certainly can do. Yeah, it's like I'm here with several people. I was here last week. I'm here today. I'm here Monday. So obviously we're out quite a lot with people wanting to give them a go, give them a test.
Right, guys. So yeah, this was information about this Ford Focus cab, which you also have a place to put your sponsors, advertise your sponsors. And you can share it on your social media. Also, they will share it on their social media. There is opportunities to show your sponsors to the public, and especially with the today social media. Okay, looks like lunch time is over, and everyone ready to hit the circuit.
Gonna get down.
And also we have BMW, which is used for compact championship. This is the BMWs which used for compact cab.
Yeah, these are, yeah.
So what's your name?
My name's Reese.
Reese.
Yeah.
Reese, I know that you're doing this BMW compact cab.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you you finished 10th?
I did last season, yes.
Tell me, how was the last season?
It was my first season.
Oh really?
Yeah, first time
And you
ever
finished
racing.
10th?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. It's very, very difficult. A lot of good drivers in there.
Yeah, I filmed about them. I think last year.
Okay, yeah.
And I chat to the drivers. They're quite competitive.
Yeah,
They're
very
quite
competitive.
strong.
Very, very good drivers. I mean, you got obviously Stephen. He won it this year. We're part of the KC Motorsport team, so we run along with them. They help us out a lot. So we've got to say big thanks to KC Motorsport this year.
What you can tell about these cars? How are they on the circuit?
In the dry, they're very, very grippy.
Yeah.
But in the wet, very lethal because they're so light on the rear.
Yeah, there is.
It's very eventful. Let's put it that way.
So what is the best technique with these cars on the wet? Like you have to be like really
very
slow
soft,
and precise.
Yeah, very gentle and progressive on the accelerator. Loosen up the rear suspension a little bit, make it a bit softer. So that helps a lot.
Okay, I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Listen, mate, you know, I'm doing my project, which is called My Path. This is where I'm making my first steps into the motorsport.
Okay.
And you know what? I have a question, because it's actually a good point, because last season was your first season.
That's right. Yeah.
Can you tell me, motorsport and the sponsorship? It's a two very connected things.
That's right.
I think you actually not going to be able to do something without sponsorship.
That's right. So Master Mix Concrete is mine and my brother's company. We started it 3 years ago, and a lot of the sponsorship comes through that. So without that, we wouldn't be able to race. That's for sure.
And can you tell me, for the driver, for me, who is completely beginning, what do I need to approach these sponsors? For example, if I know this is your company and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm a good driver, what do you think, what I need to approach you?
Just a quick email or something, pop a quick email across, explain what you want to do, where you want to go with it, and just go from there, really.
And let's say you as a sponsor, what you would look at in a driver, you know? I mean, what would you? Did you check his skills, what he can?
Yeah, so
do?
you look at the previous season, see where they become, the potential, etc. How long they've been doing it for. Go for, if they got potential, then go ahead with it.
And because you've done last year the first season, why you decided to do that, and have you done anything in the past?
Never done anything before.
Really?
No, this is the first time ever racing. Yep.
And you finished 10th.
Yeah.
What drives you to start it? Like,
Racing's been in my bloodline for years. I've never done it myself, but my
Uh-huh.
dad, he's done racing like rally cross, grass tracking. So he's always been doing a bit of racing. So ever since I've been a little boy, I wanted to do it.
so what do you think? You're gonna carry on the next
Oh,
season?
100%. Yeah, I've just had the car rebuilt this at the end of the season.
Uh-huh.
So we're just here today testing, and then ready for next season, next
So
year.
you coming as a team?
Yeah, that's right. So it's my brother's car, and my car's there.
Ah.
But we're part of the KC Motorsport team. So unfortunately, they couldn't make it today. So
Got it. Mate, thanks a lot for useful information. Right, guys, so this is BMW Compact Cup, which I used to film, and I'll leave the link in the description down below about BMW Compact Cup. I filmed it, I don't even remember, last year or a year before, but I'll find it and I'll leave the link. Okay, let's go and let's find more information.
We got this.
Okay, what else? Oh, here we have Mitsubishi and Ford. I even don't know, are they just for practice day, just for fun, or are they doing something like a championship? Right, guys, I'm in another garage where we have an amazing pink Mini Cooper. And what's your name, sir?
Anthony Woodhams.
Anthony, you tell me that this car is built for Mini Cooper Challenge standards.
It was built to 2018 Mini Cooper S Mini Challenge specs.
Oh, even
yes.
S?
Yes. So it's the supercharged version, yeah.
So that in 2018, this was the highest spec, if
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah, it was the Pro Challenge.
Pro
as far as
Challenge.
I'm aware, yeah.
And now you're using it just for practice?
Just for track days now. Unfortunately, I lost my sponsors within the first year. So
Oh,
I had
really?
already built half the car and so I had to just use it for my own leisure, and then I ended up taking it to 750 Motor Club, then also BARC Tin Tops, and it's just ended up as a track car really because I haven't got the fundage to go racing with it.
And you know what, it's good because you mentioned the topic exactly which I need, because recently I've been at the Motorsport Sponsorship Summit, which has been done by Tom Oliphant,
Yep.
Next Level. And you know what, it's very interesting for me because I'm kind of want to start my racing career, you know, and can you tell me sponsors, is it difficult to find
Oh,
them?
it's very hard to find sponsors. I've been coming up the ranks from karting through oval circuit, and I've actually achieved the sponsors through the oval racing. I can't say who the sponsors were, but we were pressing forwards, and unfortunately, like I say, as soon as I've gone into the formula, they pulled out within 6 months. I'd already put all my own personal money in it, and it's just gone on from there. But finding sponsors, there are a few local firms that are willing to help. The sponsors I've got on there at the moment, Topwood Garden Buildings, they've been fantastic. They helped me out with the suspension and so on and so forth. But for the actual funding of the racing season, it's very hard.
What was the reason for them to pull away in the middle of the
Well,
with the car done?
We'd already agreed it mid-season in 17, and as far as I know, the company's gone into liquidation. So it's one of them unfortunate ones. It happens.
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah.
But as I can see, you're not giving up. You build this
No,
car,
no,
you
no,
have this
I've-
car, and
I've-
you can start any time. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I've built it from scratch, every nut and bolt, and I'm just seeing what happens. Just leave it in the
Understandable.
garage,
Yeah.
bring it out, have a bit of testing and playing, and to be honest with you, today's track day with a few adjustments is the best it's ever handled. So you never know what will happen.
Yeah. Can you tell me, for me, as for the beginner, what is the most important when I'm coming to the sponsors? What is the most important? Should be driving skills, or maybe business skills, or something else?
I think it's a background of a few different things, experience, and you're willing to advertise and push the sponsor's name out there. So if you've got the social media background and you're like you're doing now with the YouTube, that works
Yeah.
really well for the sponsors. So
Agree.
yeah,
Agree.
but other than that, it's very hard to get sponsors out there. Now, I've seen some big names. I know a few of the big names that have they've had to give up and fall out because they haven't got the sponsorship. So it's just one of them.
You know, I've been traveling in UK like a lot. I've done last year only 40,000 miles.
You're right, yeah.
You know, and I've seen that we have many championships. Like we have Mini Cooper, we have a Mazda MX5, but then there is a bit lower level championships, which is even don't have any media time.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Like. For that, I think it's even more difficult to find a sponsorship because you completely you just advertise when you're on the
Like
track.
I say, I run this in the 750 Motor Club, and they only have 2 or 3 meetings throughout the whole year where it's media advertised, and that's only YouTube live. It's not even live. So to have an actual sponsor that's willing to throw themselves out for the live, they're very rare. Because
they kind of should be more initiative by themselves, like
motivated. In that sort of formula, it's all self-funding.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll be honest with you, because you said it's only on the YouTube channel. I think YouTube now getting higher than the TV.
Yeah, no, YouTube is getting very popular, and like you say, it all just links up to social media, and it just gets shared about. Exactly. So it only takes that one formula, and to bring the formula through the roof, and the experience and the drivers. So.
Right, guys. So this was useful information, very good information, and amazing Mini Cooper. It's really sad to hear when the sponsors are pulling away, but again, maybe they have a problems or something else. So as the owner of the Mini Cooper said, it's understandable. It happens. Okay. Oh, I can see the owner of this Volkswagen. Yeah. So you said you've done 25 hours Spa. Yeah. And what else? What championship you've done in UK?
We've done the UK one, but this is a different spec.
Like how many rounds?
In the UK, there's about 8 rounds, isn't there?
8?
But they use a different engine and different tyres.
So like, what do you mean? How many engines you have to swap? Like
the engine that they use is like a 90s Golf engine on carburettor, but we had about 4 blow up on us. So we had enough of that and went to European spec, which is that engine.
Oh, so this is, we speak between European spec and the British spec. For the British, you use the Golf engine?
The carburetted engine.
Carburetted engine. Yeah. And for the Europeans?
You use a Golf Mark 5 engine.
Mark 5?
Yeah, so but 170 brake.
And how many rounds in UK and how many rounds you have in Europe?
How many rounds? About 8 rounds in UK, and Europe, there's so many. There's different championships. There's like the French, the Belgian,
and which German. One you done?
We've only done the Belgian 25 hours.
25 hours.
We've only done one because we only built it only finished building it this year.
And how was the round, the way you finished?
We did 120 cars.
Whoa!
Started 50th. I think we finished 40th, 41st.
After 25 hours, yeah, that's.
There's pictures of us.
Great. What's your name, sir?
Tom Allen.
Tom Allen.
Yeah.
Sir, you driving this Caterham?
Yeah.
Yes. This is Caterham 7, yes?
Yeah, I raced in the Caterham. This year I raced in the Caterham 270 Championship.
Oh, is that BRDCC?
BRSCC.
BRSCC, sorry, BRSCC.
And then coming year I'm going to race in the 310, which is the same car, just slightly upgraded. So like, this is just a shakedown of the car today.
It's nothing down to the engine, it's just a...
It's the same car with a little bit of a engine upgrade.
Oh, engine upgrade.
And a new differential. That makes it a little bit faster, but yeah.
How many seasons you've done with this car?
I've just finished my 3rd season with it.
Third season?
Yeah.
And how is the success?
It's been good. It's been good. I think the first season I did the Caterham Academy and I came 3rd in my championship in that.
3rd? Ooh, nice.
Which was good. And then the Road Sport Championship, which was after the car upgrade, then that was good fun as well. And then this year just gone, championship was a bit of a disaster with crashes and stuff, but I had a couple of wins, and so pace was good. So
is that the other driver was too naughty?
No, it's just
or it's just
accidents, mistakes happen, those sorts of things.
Exactly.
No blame culture.
You know, sir, and what engine this car has?
It's a 1.6 litre Ford Sigma engine.
Wow, but it still do 0 to 60 in 5.5.
A little bit quicker now. So,
oh, really?
But the car only weighs 500 kilograms or something like that, 530 kilograms. So
it's a motorbike.
Yeah, that's good. The power to weight ratio is really good. So that engine's plenty of power for the chassis. So it's really good fun. Good now it's dried out as well here, so you can push a bit harder.
How about the handling?
I mean, that's what's amazing about Caterhams is the corner speed is huge because the cars are so light. So handling is really, really fantastic.
Because I can see that the engine is at the front, but I think it's still very good balance because it's...
Yeah, I mean, with us sitting at the back, the car is really, really neutral. So it's great fun. It's so fast around the corners. It's cool.
One day I need to test one of the...
You should do the Caterham Academy. The guys, they'll be here. You should ring up. It's the best way to start racing.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm definitely going to check them. You know what's sad? Because I'm not completely beginner to the motorsport. I'm filming for 3 years. But you know, I decided to do my first steps as a driver into the motorsport.
Yeah.
And you know what? I faced a thing like a sponsors. You know, can you tell me, you already done 3 seasons, can you tell me, as a driver beginner, as a racer beginner, what do I need to show to the sponsors? Like, what for them is the main to see in me as a racing driver?
So I think you have to get some racing experience. So if the Caterham model is really good because it's not too expensive. You buy your car and they help you get your race license and everything and get some experience.
How much this car? Like if I buy it?
I think roughly to do the Caterham Academy, it costs about £24,000. A little bit more if you build the car yourself. If they build the car for you, it's a little bit more. But for the price of that, you get your full season of racing, and you own the car. And you get all the mechanical support at the events. So, and at the end of that season, you know, you could upgrade the car to the next step,
the next level,
which costs a little bit, but not too much. And then you just have to pay your season fees, which is a lot less.
So it's actually for investors. It's useful to invest in this car because you can upgrade it for the next seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to sort of. I think you've got to sort of self-fund a little bit to begin with, but which is what I've done. You know, motorsport's an expensive thing. But I think if people are quick, or you know, some local businesses and stuff, a lot of people with their own businesses will promote them with the cars. There's some YouTube guys doing it now. I think there's the guy Mr. JWW, I think he's going to do the Academy this year, who does a lot of blogging clearly on cars. So
JWW.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Him. And you know what? Me as a driver beginner, I need more sitting time in a car practicing.
Just do some track days.
Yeah,
it's really good. I mean, you get some experience, but a beginner series like the Caterham ones or Ginetta do, or MSV runs some sort of lower cost entry race series just so you can have a go and see if you like it or not.
It's always better to start with the lower cost because it's kind of you need less from your sponsors. You can more.
Yeah, and the cars. I mean, what these cars are so good is if you break something, it's pretty inexpensive to repair it, and
really?
you can do it yourself. So I'm lucky I have a team that helps me, but it's pretty easy actually. A lot of people will mechanic the cars themselves and helps keep the cost down.
Right, guys, let's go on the circuit. Let's see some action from there, because I'm now in the pit lane and I can see how they passing this finish start line. It's
We gonna get down.
Right, guys, I moved to the next garage, and here we have a Mazda MX5, which is for Mazda MX5 Championship, and they're just now going out for the practice session. And I'm gonna quickly have a few words with the... Yeah, what's your name, sir?
I'm Richard.
Richard. Yeah, guys, Richard is the owner of this Mazda MX5.
Yeah, that's right.
What your team?
NHA Motorsport run the car for me.
NHA Motorsport.
Yeah, and they run several cars. Very professional team.
Nice one, nice one. And can I ask you, this is Mazda which we had here in the garage. This one is for the... There is a few categories of Mazda MX-5.
Yeah, this is the BRSCC Mark 1 Championship.
Mark 1.
Yeah, so it's a 1600 engine, and they're limited to 105 brake horsepower at the hubs. Standard disc brakes, standard brake discs, but the pad material is free. Standard suspension setup that you can.
Sorry, they just tried.
The suspension is adjustable. The shock absorbers are adjustable. They're gas shock absorbers that are adjustable. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a standard gearbox.
But it's a very light car because you initially took out everything from inside.
Yes, yeah, they're stripped right out.
Yeah, stripped out.
At the race meetings, the weight at the end of a race, including the driver, mustn't exceed 960 kilos. So that's the weight limit.
So it's really light.
So yeah, so that's if you're below that, you're out.
Yeah. And can you tell me, to start the championship like Mazda MX-5 Mark 1, how expensive is that? And because for me it's very important, because I'm kind of driver beginner and I'm really interested in the question of these sponsorships. So for this one, do I need sponsors? How do you think?
It depends how much money you can afford. You can buy a race car for as little as 5,000. If you have one built, it could be built for between 7,000 and 10,000, or if you engineered it yourself, you might be able to do it for build one for as little as 5,000. The most of it is in the driver. So I'm not very fast, but a fast driver will be quick in any of the cars.
So we can say that this championship, it's not about what specs you have. It's about
It's not all about money. It's about the driver.
But it's actually not that expensive, to be honest with you.
No, entry fees are about £450 a meeting, and for that you have 3 races, 3 20-minute races, and 20-minute qualifying session. And fuel-wise, you'll probably use over a race weekend 50-60 litres of fuel.
That's fine. Full tank.
Yeah. So you measure it out according to how much you need at the time. Other than that, it's the cost is getting the car there, maintaining it, but it's not far different from just maintaining an ordinary road car.
It's really affordable, I can
say.
Very affordable. But you know what? Because you've done how long you've done with the MX-5?
I've done 2 years in the championship.
2 years. And can you tell me, after 2 years, your experience, a lot of drivers coming with the sponsors, or more drivers with their own budget?
No, most people they manage it themselves.
Managed by themselves, yeah.
I would say the typical person is spending probably about 15,000 a year, all in,
like
including
karting.
Oh, it's cheaper.
Like
it's cheaper than karting. It's cheaper than karting.
Why is that? I mean, why is that?
Because the cars are very tightly regulated. They're very robust. You can drive them. With this car, it'll go around here all day long, and you won't break it.
That's true.
Unless you hit something.
I'll think about it.
But no, good cars, good fun cars.
Nice one.
It's very close racing. It's very, very honest racing.
Got it. Thank you very much for all this information.
You're welcome.
Have a good day today with the practicing.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Oh, look at these BMWs. Amazing, 2 beautiful BMWs. Okay, guys. So yeah, I had more than enough information. Of course, everyone gave me their individual information, their individual experience. But yeah, I have already some the picture about what I need, how I need. Of course, every time we need more and more information, and we going to look for that information. Every time when I'm going to the new place, we're gonna find more and more information. I think this is it for today, guys. I'm gonna go and see a little bit of this practice session of this track day, because oh my god, they're driving so quick. Yeah, so I think this is it for guys, so this is it for today, and I'll continue my path to the motorsport, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.
If there is no future, means there is no past. Pedal to the metal.